The little girl who yelled, "Spider." There once was a little girl who was afraid of spiders. It didn't matter what kind of spider, big or small, black or brown, hairy or bald. The little girl was terrified of them. Everyone in her family knew the little girl was afraid of spiders. Her brother knew, her sister knew, her mum and dad knew, even the dog knew that she was afraid of spiders. Whenever the little girl would see a spider, she would yell, "Spider!" and someone in her family would come running. They would scoop up the spider and take it outside and set it free far away where the little girl didn't have to worry about it. One day, the little girl decided to play a joke on her family. While she was in her room, she pretended that she saw a spider. She yelled, "Spider!" And sure enough, her brother, sister, father and mother came running. Even the dog came running to save the little girl from the spider. Woof! The only problem was, there was no spider. The little girl laughed and laughed. "Ha ha ha ha!" "Very funny," said her brother. "Ha ha," said her sister. "Woof," said the dog. "One of these days we are not going to believe you," said her mum and dad. The little girl still thought it was a funny joke, and she liked it when they all came running, so the next day she decided to try it again. "There's a spider!" she yelled, even though there was no spider in sight. Sure enough, her brother, sister, father and mother came running. Even the dog came running to save the little girl from the spider. Woof! But of course, there was no spider this time either. The little girl laughed and laughed. "That is not very funny," said her brother. "You think you are so funny," said her sister. "Woof," said the dog. "You'll see, one of these days we are not going to believe you," said her mum and dad. Later that night, the little girl was about to take a bath. She looked in the tub and there was a big, hairy spider. She yelled, "Spider!" She waited for her brother to come and save her from the spider, but her brother never came. She yelled again, louder this time, "Spider!" She waited for her sister to come and save her from the spider, but her sister never came. Now the little girl was becoming frightened. Where was everyone? She yelled as loud as she could, "Spider!" She waited for her mum or her dad to come and save her from the spider. The little girl began to cry, but no one came to save her from the big hairy spider. She ran out to find her brother. "Didn't you hear me yell, 'Spider'?" the little girl asked him. "Yes, but I didn't believe you," he said. She ran to find her sister. "Didn't you hear me yell, 'Spider'?" the little girl asked. "Yes, but I didn't believe you," said her sister. She ran to find her mum and dad. "Didn't you hear me yell, 'Spider'?" the little girl asked. "Yes," said her mum and dad, "but we didn't believe you." Everyone said they didn't believe her except the dog. He just said, "Woof." The little girl learned an important lesson that day. If you don't always tell the truth, people may not believe you when it really matters. From then on, she promised to be honest, so her family would always know when she truly needed their help. And that's why it's so important to always tell the truth, boys and girls. When we're honest, people know they can trust us, and they'll come running to help when we really need them. But if we play tricks or tell fibs like the little girl in the story, it can be hard for others to know when we are telling the truth. The end.